Put a lock at me in your pocket, please. So when you pack up and leave, my face you see.
What's the point of being alone? Instead, you should open your eyes and know your head gets the point like the cone heads. Your last man was a loser like the rest.
People are sitting beside me. They are a part of our discussion today. And what we're discussing is about their new relationships in the millennium. And the first topic that we're going to dwell into is, are blacks less likely to get married?
Hey, that's an individual.
I was just about to, you know what? I don't think that they're less likely to get married. I think individually, as far as what they were taught as children, is really what that rolls around to. The way that their parents were is how they can decide. The way that they were brought up is really what determines whether or not they really want to get married or not. If they saw, it's just the role models that you have that if you see that marriage is a good thing, then that's what makes you want to do it.
It's a cultural thing. And the reason why I say it's a cultural thing, because white people in general, that's what they do. They live to be married and kids, and they start off with graduating from high school, then college, and then a family. So it's a cultural thing. For black people in general, I know it's not every family. Some people have two-parent households. You have single mothers. You have single mothers most of the time that you're raised by just your mom, and you're going to do what you see. You're a product of your environment. And I know a lot of people say that that's taken too far, but it's real. Like, if that's what you know, that's what you're going to do.
It's a personal thing.
Right.
Between you and whoever you're with, okay? You can have a good relationship with somebody, but you know for a fact that's not who you want to be when you're 65, okay? So if you're with somebody, you can't get your mind past the fact that you don't want nobody else when you do it. That's all you want in life. That's the only reason we're here for. It makes you truly happy, then you're willing to get married. Some people find it when they're 18, some people find it when they're 40. Like, there's no time limit on it, nobody knows when they're gonna get it. But it happens. It's gonna happen.
So your idea of success when you were a child and your upbringing, I can honestly say mine wasn't what I would say like white culture is. It was to do me, to have a college degree and be successful, but it wasn't. I mean, now as an adult and I'm getting older, I'm thinking differently. I want to be married and I want kids, but I wasn't raised around that. And so my idea of successful as a child wasn't to be married with kids and that whole thing before the relationship part comes. That just proved my point. You're a product of your environment.
Hey, but you want me to be honest?
At some point in time.
As a child, growing up, when it came to women, my mama, my granny, my aunties, my cousins, they all told us, growing up, why do you have one girlfriend? You're too young for one girlfriend. You'll find somebody eventually you want to settle down with, but until then, enjoy yourself.
So I have a question. Sorry, MJ. So, considering the fact that you said that it was in the household that you grew up in, with the way things are going now, how we are as young women, a lot of guys that we interact with don't look at marriage as something that they want to do. Like you said, they're mostly trying to date 5 and 6 different type of chicks, and we're more so ready to have the American life. So how as us as young black women, how do we position ourselves to deal with some men who are not ready to get married, or who's not been in a household to where they were taught that to have a girlfriend, marry her, and have a family?
We are grown now, right?
Correct.
Why are you going into a relationship with a person y'all got to review on y'all's future?
That's true, but these days
That's where you start. It's all about how you start something.
Okay, let's be real.
But you're saying that as a young person, that's what you were taught, and a lot of black young men were also taught the exact same things. So the view that you have is the view that a lot of them have, and so since you have that view, they have that view, and she's asking. It has nothing to do with the other part that she was saying. It has to do with you have that view and they have that view. So because y'all view it that way, how can we get past it? As black women, how can we get to having a loving marriage from men if all y'all were taught was to have as many as you want and be fun? How do you get past that?
See, man, that ain't nothing you just put no, well, it sound like to me you trying to put a time limit on that, man. You gotta understand, we gotta grow up. Everybody grow up differently, man. It take people time, it take different time for you to grow up, man. Dude might be ready for that at the age of 18. Then again, dude might be ready for that at 30. But see, if you cut for that dude long enough and you like him, you think that's the one you wanna be with, he ain't on that level where you at, and you flexing with, you gonna have to go through some stuff. You're gonna have to be hurt. You're gonna have to get your heart broke a couple of times. Because after a while, he eventually gonna grow up, and he gonna have his stuff together, but it ain't no time limit, it ain't no certain time to be like, he gonna turn 25, he should be all right right now. Nah, man, you gotta, if that's the dude you want, man, you gonna have to go through all that. Everything, the cheating, the whatever he got to do, you got to go through all that, and then fight through that, and then be like, at the end, by the time he realize what's what, because every man got that turning point in life. I don't care. Every dude has that turning point in life to where he figure out, like, this is what I need. I don't need all that. All the other stuff ain't even necessary.
I got a question.
You gotta wait on that.
Should you wait on that?
I was just about to say that if you're not married, then why should you go through all of that?
That's what I'm saying.
When you're trying to get married, you're trying to eliminate the different things that you meet in people, and you try to find that in somebody else. So why should I go through all the changes with one person when I can find somebody that's better?
But see, that's what's wrong. That's why people ain't. That's why their relationship ain't lasting. Because everybody trying to rush into that marriage thing. Everybody want that title. Nah, man, you got to go through all the ups and downs before you get to that marriage thing. You can't just find a dude 1 week and be like, okay, I'm gonna marry him, because you don't know what he gonna be like next week.
So what was your turning point to why you got married?
Oh man, I went through some things, man. I went through all things. I had my kids, man. I sat back and stuff. I'm like, man, I don't even need all this, man. All that there was crazy. I'm putting everybody at risk. Everything I got going right now, I'm blessed with at risk for some old duck chick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For nothing, but that was my turning point. I had my turning point back in 06. You know what I'm saying? And I was just, in 06, I got focused on what I was trying to accomplish, what I was trying to have. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I thought I was ready to go ahead and jump in, boom, I'm ready. I'm set. You know what I'm talking about? Everything's established. I got my foundation set right now.
You got married? 25. 25.
Yeah.
25. So how old are you now?
How old are you? 27?
Okay. Do you feel like blacks in our culture, do you feel like we are less likely to get married, or do you feel like that's something that we've made up because you're already married and you're not experiencing that?
I don't know, man. You can't group that. I don't think you can group that question, man. That's an individual. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like it's individual?
Yeah, if you ain't that type to see that you gonna be married, you ain't gonna be married. There ain't no black, white thing.
More women in households that are black, it's more women that are single parents. So their focus is not on, even so far as having good credit, they're more focused on making sure that kids have what they need. They're not really discussing relationships. For the most part, if they are doing anything, they just hoping and praying and telling their kids not to come home with a baby. Being married.
I can't exactly agree with you.
You cannot?
All single mothers may focus on their kids.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Not all, but good single.
Not all. I would say
Okay.
40% of single mothers are about their business. 40%. That's less than that.
The rest of them are worried about too many other things. The rest of them, they got kids. Like, people got.
So that furthermore makes me believe that marriage is not a part of the conversation.
Well, it is, but at the same time, it goes back to what he said. It's about that even feeling and what they're feeling and what they're going through in their life. See, y'all always talk about men need to grow. Women need to grow. Women are always the bad guys. I mean, women, I don't know, man. Like, women got this whole fairy tale thing they've been taught when they were growing up, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? With 13, they want the white people, they want the little piggy
talk that no
you know
more.
what I'm saying? With the married, they want to be married to their baby daddies. That ain't what's going
So
on.
what will you teach your daughter? Knowing
My baby girl was
knowing that these are the type of men that are out there, knowing that these are the type of men that are out there, the type of men that you used to be, the type of men that I think you used to be and you're not, I'm not 100% sure. But knowing that they have to go through all this heartache and pain, because normally If a guy has a daughter and a man hurts his daughter, then he wants to hurt that man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, see,
so knowing that you have been this type of guy, how are you going to teach your daughter to not have to go through all this hurt and all this pain if you make it seem like there's no future? It's like we have no part in it. It's like we don't control it at all. You just have to sit back and wait. Baby, you just got to wait till they're ready, baby. You can't do nothing about it. You just got to wait till they're ready. And if they ain't ready, then you can't do nothing about it. So we're doing as single women now, getting our education and our age group and all this stuff. Since we already wait for y'all because you gotta wait for y'all to get ready, we just move on in the world without y'all right now. So how do you teach your daughter? What do you want to teach her?
I tell my man, look at me, like you say, we really do something against the real world. And I'm that dude. That I don't want you around. But then again, that's the dude that's gonna come around anyway. So what you do, you set her up, you prepare her for that, because you know it's coming. Regardless, ain't no going around it. Regardless. You just let her know, look here, man. Every time, like I tell my kids, man, you take something from everything. Don't make it a bad thing. If you mess with this dude here, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you learn something from him. Make sure you learn not to do that the next time.
So you tell your daughter, you prepare your daughter. You're going to prepare your daughter for that. You're going to prepare your daughter to have her heart broken. Yeah. Are you going to prepare your son to be the heartbreaker as well? Are you going to teach him better morals to not do his women this way? Maybe it's a harder thing when you don't have to teach. You don't have to really put your woman through all this stuff.
See, my little boys, man, they see that at home. See, they don't see daddy in the streets. They see daddy at home. So if daddy at home and mama's happy, that's what he gonna look for. That's what he gonna focus on. Making sure his I ain't worried about what daddy's doing.
Until they get old enough to see what daddy is really doing. See, right now they're little and they might see that. But when he gets 13 and 14 and daddy might drive over to somebody else's house and have him in the car like some of them do, seeing some other women, you know what I'm saying? Because some men do that. So he might see that at home, but then he know daddy got a life on the side too. Don't tell mama we did blah, blah, blah.
Look at me in your pocket, please. So when you pack up and leave, my face you see.
What's the point of being alone? Instead, you should open your eyes and know your head gets the point like the cone heads. Your last man was a loser like the rest of his friends. And if they listening, then I thank you is what I send. Cause he just slipped up. No longer is he down, he is in the past. And I'm your future as of now. So when you call my name, I say present. Raise my hands to answer the questions that you present. I'm a big star. You just revolving around me, never falling out of orbit, got your force all around me. Now when I look into your eyes, I see the better me. I mean, I'm good looking, but you hotter than what a sweater be. Not a creep, but yes, I know her deeper secrets. She writes me out, kisses the book all in a sequence. Every week is a rerun, same thing, different seasons. Even after all these reasons, you're still content on leaving.
Put a look at me in your pocket.